the transition.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So
how to do it. And the only thing we got for you is you gotta like be slow to act.
okay.
Because if you act too quickly and you're going off human emotions or your human thoughts or even like reacting to something that's happening to you, just like that, and you don't have like God is not holding you in check, you're gonna derail. You're gonna go off the path. You might even become like, like the Pharisees, like they went from reading the word of the Lord and understanding it to like making a whole new like system out of it where they were God in a sense.
Okay.
They were rabbi, teacher. But when Jesus says the only teacher is the Father.
Yeah.
But then it went from learning about the word to confusing yourself to think that you are the human representation of the word.
Yeah.
And I think all I have to say about that is you gotta keep your ears open.
Yeah.
Like ask God, because you can't just move by yourself. He has to go before you, behind you, all around you. He has to prepare the table for you. So you can't just walk into a room and then be like, hey, yo, God, you coming in? No.
He's already in. He's been there. He's seen
Yeah. And you have to agree with him in his word
Yeah.
before you act. So you have to just be conscious. Ask him, God, am I going the right place? Am I doing the right thing? Like, you just got to keep asking, I guess.
I think you also have to know, like, you're human. You're going to make mistakes.
True.
And you're not going to know everything. You also have to, like, give yourself up. Like, you just have to give yourself up a lot of the time. Like, a lot of the things you want to do, a lot of the things you feel, especially with the emotions things, like, so many times, like, I saw TikTok. I think TikTok is one of the other resources I've been using, just because, like, you get to see, like, what other people are saying, and I like that. And then it's like, it was like, what did it say? Oh my goodness, how did I blank out?
Don't
It's
blank
crazy.
now. Pull the bomb.
My God. Whoa, what was it?
Stay with us now. Stay with us now.
Oh my word. Oh, about like forgetting yourself. Oh yeah, you have to practice what you want to do. You can't expect just to happen. Like you can't expect, like, oh yeah, you talked about how it was Charles Metcalf of Transformation, right? He was talking about how you have to practice, right? Because like you can't expect, just like in David and Goliath, right? When they said, David stepped up and said, look, I'll fight him, right? He had practiced already. He had fought
The
lions
lion,
and
the
bears,
bears,
you know what I mean, all of that stuff. So he had practiced, which meant he wasn't going there and he like, oh my goodness,
This
the
is my
first
first time.
Exactly, it
No!
wasn't the first time thing. Just like in any sport, like I brought it back to tennis since I played tennis. I was like, yeah, the only reason why am I feeling a lot more confident and clutch and like pressure moments, because I think I've been in those moments so many times and now I'm like, okay, you've done this before. Like this isn't the whole scary new thing, you know what I mean? So like that whole thing of practicing, and then you also have to be intentional with your practice. So like anytime I'm gonna try, like anytime I feel like I'm in a situation where, let's say, what's a situation like when I'm playing tennis or something irritates me, right? I don't want to just try and flip off in my head.
Yeah.
I want to try and be like mindful, like okay, like breathe in, like
Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in.
exactly. I should try and breathe in and be like, okay, that's like because I know that happens so many times, especially when people make mistakes. I feel like sometimes you want to think that everyone is perfect and like they shouldn't make mistakes, or you're perfect and you shouldn't make mistakes. And like I know a lot of time I used to go based by emotions, just like, oh, it's a sad day, or let's say I didn't do well in the test. Okay, I'm just gonna the whole day is going to the dumps. Let me just do everything I know I shouldn't be doing right now because that's the day.
Oh, okay.
But now I'm gonna try and practice that. Okay, I've had a bad day, or didn't do well in the test. It's okay.
That's okay.
It happens. Let me just stay focused. What was I supposed to do today? Stick to the plan and let's go ahead with it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, then you don't never know how long that bad phase is gonna go for.
Exactly.
Because sometimes you feel so strong. You're like, here. Something happens, and then you just, and then it's so hard to like, just like you said, like the higher you go, the further you have to fall.
The further
down,
you have to fall.
and the further it's gonna like
hurt. The more it's gonna hurt.
It hurts. No, it really does. Like I know at the beginning of the semester, like relationship wise with God, like I know I started off strong. I don't know what happened when I got to campus. I was just strong, bro. I was logged in.
Done.
I don't know what happened. I was just locked. I was locked. A month and a half in, I was locked. And then I think because I was kind of just, now I started freestyling stuff.
Yeah.
Because because before I had like a structure, and then I started freestyling, and then when I started freestyling, things were just. Then,
boom.
Yeah, then it went for a bit, and then now I kind of got myself back. I'm like, okay, getting back. Let me get back to my routine of doing the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, just because I know if I do it like this, I have the same mindset the whole time. Because that's what you need to do. You can't keep one day with God did this, the next day trapping, next day, and then
no, that's not the way. That's not the way.
That's not the way to be going about it
at all.
But like, yeah, it's not an easy thing, but like, it's also nice to know you have people to talk to about it, because sometimes you don't know if you're also doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Which is also one thing I know I struggle with in terms of finding people. But at least now, I feel like when you seek him though, he opens the doors to like it opens the doors for you to know more people. Because I know during the summer, one of my friends that I used to go to school with, and I didn't even know he was a Christian. Like, we went to a Christian school, but
please.
That's why I saw
even if it's a Christian college, but
I saw the most unchristian things going on.
Bro,
that place is crazy. Anyway, then I remember we got back together, and like, it was so weird because like we hadn't seen each other. Like, he was modeling. I'm pretty sure you've seen. Like, I took some photos.
Oh, was he like with the big afro?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like, we used to go to school together. Like, we weren't best friends, but we were close. Like, if we saw each other, we'll talk and everything.
Let me up.
And I saw now I saw he was taking photo shoots and stuff, and I was like, you know what? Let me hit him up and like, it's just to like see friends back home. I'm not gonna see my friends and going back to America for school. Then we met up, and then that same day we met up, we did a photo shoot. I met another friend of his, Fabio. His name is Christopher. I met Fabio, so I met both of them. Fabio's a sick guy, and then I was with Christopher, and like, after that we went to his house. Nothing was planned. We went to his house, so we spoke for like 3 hours, almost 4 hours, right?
About the word?
Just talking about God, about life, about everything. And like, it was like one of those things, you know, when you sit back and like, dude, I didn't see this happening.
I did not.
Like,
blindsided me.
And you definitely know, like, this was of God. Like, there's nothing else. I didn't plan like, okay, dude, on this damn, I'm about to go and speak to this person for this many hours, and even this interview, it didn't I wasn't planning this. I was just like, it just hit me one time. I'm like, oh, I should talk to Angel. Next thing you said,
here we are.
Here we are.
Content.
And then I was like, okay, now this is happening. And then once again, like, another thing I've realized, especially a lot of friends have been telling me this, but like, even let's say with relationships, like you're trying to find a girlfriend or something.
Please.
When you try, anytime you try do anything, like I've really I've let go of trying. When I try, that's when nothing works.
No, it's my own strength, but with the Lord, let your will be done.
I'm just like, no.
That's all I got.
God has it. Like, when I try, I mess it up.
So
I've
badly.
seen it too many times. If I tell you the stories, you just think I'm a clown.
Now I want to know.
Whoa. What now?
Next podcast.
Tawona's faults. Tawona's failures.
All the L's. Tawona's L's.
L's.
That's the title.
A bunch of L's in the thumbnail. But like, literally, once you give up, like, I know it's not like I've given up everything, but I feel like the more you give up, the more you let him into your life, and the more you see him do things, and you're just like, dude.
It's like you're making space for him.
No, when you make space for him, he does what he's
fills
been wanting to do. And sometimes I'm like, dude, why didn't I give up earlier?
I should just like, it's like, why did I waste all this time and go through all that heartache and all the confusion when I could have just come to you, the one who said before you were born, I knew you.
Exactly.
The plans I had for you, like, I had gone to the end of your life and I had seen, and then I came back and I made, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't I just allow you to do your work? And I think it has to do a lot with, like, you know, our society today, it's always like, oh, do action.
Is you.
Everything is on you. It's on you. It's on you. I'm my own person. You don't want to relinquish control. You don't want to like have like moments of uncertainty or where you didn't have a plan because you don't want to fail. It's such a huge pressure to not fail. But then if I just give it all to my Father who loves me and says, you wicked man, if you yourself give gifts to your children, how much more I, your holy Father? Like, what do you mean? Like, if I just give it to you, I become the head and not the tail. So that's all I got for you. Society is really affecting even like our desire to give God the room to work.